Think a narcissist loves you? Think again. Their version of love isn't what you expect. It's a game of control, manipulation, and illusion. Let's break down the signs before you mistake obsession for affection. So how does a narcissist demonstrate love in a relationship? What does narcissistic love look like? How does a narcissist show love? The same way an award-winning actor does a love scene. Interesting, right? Yes, it's interesting. They will do and say whatever you need to see and hear in the first 6 months. It's called love bombing. And as soon as you're properly hooked, it will all change and the insidious abuse will begin and get progressively worse. And so they don't love. It's all an act. Can a narcissist truly love? I don't think so. Because they lack empathy. And someone who lacks empathy cannot really love you. It's all about his self-interest. It's all about her self-interests. And when they say they love, it's all about them. So it's about their own interest and not yours. And a narcissist shows love by loving himself, because he surely does not love, he does not show love for you or have any love for you. So the relationship is all about them and never about you. And so don't even get it twisted at all. The relationship is all about them and never about you. Narcissists do not experience and show love in the sense that most people do. Narcissistic personality disorder, that is narcissism, is a psychiatric disorder characterized by a pattern of self-importance, a pattern of grandiosity, a bloated self-ego, a bloated sense of self. And so narcissists show their love in exactly the way you've always dreamed. That is at the beginning, which is the love bombing stage. Love bombing stage. And so they come like your knight in shining armor and show their love the way you want and need. Don't forget, they would have talked to you, they would have spoken to you, and so they know how you want to be loved. And they will do exactly what you want, which means the love in the first 6 months is custom made for you. It's perfect. They give you massages and praises you to the high heavens. They give you messages, massages, and also they praise you to the high heavens. They become the sweetest person in the world, and love bombing takes place. It could be a bunch of flowers sent to your office. It could be showing up on the front door in the middle of the night with flowers. It could be giving you gifts. It could be giving you non-stop texting and calling, and even introducing you as a future partner. Narcissists lack empathy. Therefore, showing love is just that. It's just a show. It's just a show of love because they lack empathy. Now, people with narcissistic personality disorder cannot feel love. They do not have empathy, so there's no way they can feel love. They will, however, show you how valuable you are to them, how worthy you are of their undivided attention, how useful you are in whatever you provide them with. Sex will be confused with love. Excitement will be confused with intimacy. And your humble persona will be confused with the divine. This will last until you become too familiar and ordinary. Then you will face an insidious onslaught of abuse. It's better said than experienced. After the love bombing stage, you will face an insidious onslaught of abuse. For instance, when you are new in a relationship, He may shower you with affection in front of your friends and tell your friends how much they are into you, to the extent that your friends are so in awe and wish they had someone like that. Don't get it twisted, it's all a show, it's all an act. Meanwhile, later that evening, when you are both alone together, he will begin to fill your mind with doubts about your financial decisions, telling you it was an error and that you should trust him with your financial decisions going forward. Look at what he did in the public with your friends. Look at what he is doing in the private with you. He will praise you before your friends, and when you are alone, he will fill your mind with doubts. It can be a she too, because narcissist can be a he or a she. Okay, then a narcissist plants this doubt to gain control over you. The doubt is meant to gain control over you. Then he or she then begins to control what you do, how you do it, and with whom you do it with. He then goes ahead to degrade you, devalue you, cheat on you, lie to you, and gaslight the hell out of you. But then I'm curious, what happens when a narcissist really falls in love? They expect to get their way and their partner to change if or when they become dissatisfied. Can you just imagine that? When a narcissist eventually falls in love, they expect to get their way. They expect to always have their way. And that is not the way of the world. We don't always get our way. But a narcissist expects to get their way, and they also expect their partner to change if or when they become dissatisfied. So you are expected to change to fit the narcissist, to suit the narcissist. A narcissist in love, and I put the love in quotes, a narcissist in love will see their partner as a means to meet their narcissistic appetite for praise, all without reciprocation. And so all they want is your adulation. They want your worship. They want you to treat them like royalty without them reciprocating. It's a one-sided affair, don't forget. It is a one-sided affair. Now, what kind of a woman falls for a narcissist? In fact, narcissists are often attracted to strong, confident, and self-assured women. While this may seem counterintuitive, it is important to realize that the narcissistic traits of grandiosity and confidence are really a mask for deep insecurity. And like I've always said in my videos, watch all of them. They are all educative, by the way. The narcissist suffers from a deep sense of insecurity. And so they are attracted to strong, self-assured, confident people, either male or female, because those ones are like their prototype, like someone they would want to be like. And so they are attracted to these kind of people, and they attract these self-assured people because those ones also have insecurities that they have to deal with. And so both the narcissist and the one that is the victim, by the way, I don't see anybody as a victim. Like I always say, we are survivors of narcissistic abuse and emotional trauma. And so they both have insecurities which they have to deal with. Do narcissists say I love you? Gaslighting and narcissism often go hand in hand. Gaslighting and narcissism often go hand in hand. And saying I love you is a great way of downplaying some of the horrendous behavior you've been subjected to behind closed doors, of course. Nobody must know. And adding a but makes this an even more effective gaslighting tool. And so gaslighting and narcissism go often hand in hand. And when they say I love you, it is to cover the horrendous behavior you have been subjected to. If this video helped you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and share it with a friend. Also, let me know how you found this content, whether you found it valuable or which part of it excites you the most.